Welcome to the exciting and new podcast. It's a mini. I'm Jason.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Brian.
Kicked that one off with a frog in my throat. Did you hear that?
I was thinking about the new mic thing you have there, and it doesn't
this mic stand. How do I sound?
It doesn't have like this, like the springy sound to it, but it's also this table. We got to like deaden this table because I noticed I put my drink down, it rattles and stuff like that. So
really, I think all we need is like a
felt or something
right?
like that.
Yeah.
I'll get my poker table on. Put it
a
on
tablecloth, and then these things will push it in.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good call.
That'll dampen things.
It's my project for the weekend.
I watched Scream 6. It's streaming over there on Paramount Plus.
Oh.
I liked it a lot. If you're into the whole Scream franchise, I recommend it. It's I would say for the 6th movie in a series, I mean, it's pretty damn good. That they're still coming up with pretty good story and backstory too, because you got all the people that are still in it, like from the original.
So this is a
sequel.
sequel to. I mean, it's a sequel to all of them. I get that, but like the people from the 5th one are in this one
Jenna
now, right?
Ortega's in it again, and no Nev Campbell though. Nev Campbell.
Is this the first one she's not been in?
Yeah, because I think she was in 5. Wasn't she in 5?
She was definitely in 5, but like Scream 3 and 4, I have like fleeting memories.
I think
of
she was
those
in it,
two
but
movies.
not a main role.
Yeah,
like, maybe not as big a role. But
1 and 2, I definitely remember, and I know who the killers were in those two. But like the 3rd and the 4th one, I'm like, I don't know if I ever even saw them or if I saw them one time.
They're all 6 of them are on Paramount Plus.
Maybe I'll do a Scream marathon at some point.
It's a long marathon.
I feel like I started in October.
maybe a couple years ago. I watched the first couple, then I watched 3 and 4 right before 5 came out.
Okay,
and then so now 6. But yeah,
I watched 1 and 2.
If you like the series, if you like the originals,
I think I saw 1 and 2.
Yeah, I watched 1 and 2 at like Halloween. Like, I watched both of them back to back, so I probably wouldn't rewatch them again now. I just started 3.
3, yeah,
just so I find out if I even watched it. If I'm halfway through and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know who the killer is.
then
I probably haven't watched it.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
But it was good. Like, how out of the 6, is it the 4th best one? Like 3 and 4, I guess, have to be the worst ones because no one.
I would say it's definitely not better than the first one. First 2, I think, were really good, but I would put this up there as good as the second one. As good as the second. Yeah, it's just as good as the 5th. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah. Like I said, Nev Campbell wasn't back, but everybody else pretty much was.
Well,
that could be.
I was going to say
everybody that could
be from the original cast. That's Courtney Cox, I guess, at this point, right?
Yeah.
Well, not to spoil anything, but you know, one of them died the last movie. Whoever was still alive. I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Where's that? Is that streaming now, or
it will be on Disney Plus Saturday, I believe. It was good. I guess all the Ant-Man movies have been good, not great.
Mm-hmm. Any cameos?
No. This was very singularly not attached to the Marvel Cinematic Universe at all. So you didn't get
even in the post-credit scenes.
You know what? Post-credit scenes, there's something.
Okay.
It was good. It was fine. I really feel like the Marvel Universe needs to tear itself all the way down.
Well, I'm hearing good things about Guardians.
I've heard good things about that too. Guardians has always
watched it.
Guardians has always kind of been separate from the whole Marvel universe. It's taking place out in space, so you don't get tied into the whole lore. But I really feel that after Endgame, they should have just shut the whole thing down for a couple of years, then come back with the Fantastic Four, with the X-Men, all the properties that they got from Fox, because like no one gives a shit about the Eternals or Shang-Chi or Captain Marvel or all these characters that they're trying to build a new Avengers up, and it's going to be a bunch of people like it's going to be Anthony Mackie as Captain America
like,
and a bunch of
Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's going to be Anthony Mackie's Captain America, Spider-Man, and a bunch of like who the fuck cares? And so I don't know. I think whatever they're building towards now, which starts in this one, this is introducing the bad guy that's going to progress through the rest of the phase. But it was good. It had some laughable moments. Like Paul Rudd's fun.
Yeah.
He's just fun to like watch act. Evangeline Lilly seemed to be like kind of sidelined in this one. She was always there, but just not doing anything.
Okay,
Michelle Pfeiffer was pushed to the front of this one. It was a Michelle Pfeiffer movie supported by Paul Rudd, and then everybody else was kind of like standing around.
Yeah.
But it was good. What do you got over there, Bri?
Do you want the Korean one first or the
American one? I assume that we're going to actually care about the American one, so go Korea first.
So yeah, the Korean one it's one about this God, not God. He's a goblin. He was created by God, and he came back. He got murdered, and God brought him back to life, and now he's just been on Earth for 900 years.
Is this a cartoon?
No, it's Korean K-drama.
This is a
Guardian or Goblin, depending on where you look. Lonely and Great God, and it's about him trying to die. Like he can't die.
Oh, okay.
So he has to get a wife. But of course, once he finds the goblin bride, he wants to spend time with her because he likes her.
Yeah, that's not the way.
Doesn't want her to kill him right away. So it's, then the Grim Reaper's in it, and his,
so it sounds like a supernatural type.
It is. It's very.
I mean, the show Supernatural, like that kind of thing. I never watched an episode of Supernatural.
Yeah,
it sounds something like that.
I watched like the half of the first season.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
it's actually got a lot of comedy. Like the Grim Reaper and the Goblin are like they're pretty funny. They get cell phones for the first time because they never needed them, and all of a sudden they have girls they like, and they need to get cell phones, and they just never paid attention to them throughout the past 900 years. So.
Okay. You like it?
Oh, yeah. That's a really good one.
Yeah. And this is series, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I only got one other thing, and I shared that with you.
And that's the only other thing I have, too, so you can bring it up. That's fine.
It's on Peacock. Bupkis.
Oh, you saw that?
I just watched the first few episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I watched the first two. And I'll watch the rest. Michelle liked it, so that means I'll watch it. But I liked it also.
It's got a good cast.
Joe Pesci's in that.
Dude, the cast is insane. I mean, like Brad Garrett,
great in it too.
Edie Falco, Steve Buscemi. Falco
was really good in it. And that first opening
Bobby
scene.
Carnivale. Yeah, it's really good.
That opening scene.
Yeah, the opening scene is disgusting and funny and
just ridiculous.
So it's like almost like Pete Davidson's the star, and it's supposed to be, I guess, like Pete Davidson, like it starts off with him Googling himself and like,
oh, really?
All the shitty things that people have said about him. And then it goes from there. But like Joe Pesci's his grandfather, and he finds out like very early on that his grandfather's dying. So he wants to spend time with them. So then he's spending time with like all these old men and stuff like that. And then, like I said, I've only watched the first two, and I enjoyed both.
Yeah. And it kind of swings back. The one episode swings back to him as a kid. So we saw him as a kid.
Because apparently, like in real life, like, his father died in 9/11. His father was a fireman, died at the Trade Center, and he went to a wedding like 3 weeks after 9/11 or something like that. So this is the wedding on like September 30th, 2001.
And everybody's like so sorry.
Yeah, it's a bunch of
all that and everything.
Oh, yeah.
They showed pictures of it at the end. It showed him actually at the wedding as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
But like Bobby Carnivale's his I guess uncle-in-law or his uncle, and I mean he's just a terrible influence.
He's his uncle because that's his Edie's his sister.
Oh, is that okay?
Sister,
and he's like, takes the kid to the bathroom. He's doing coke like off his hand in the bathroom. He goes out.
Do as I say, not as I do.
And he keeps, it's that kind of thing. He's like takes like this is all happening during the wedding, and like he just goes out to buy beer with a friend, and the friend's just sitting there doing coke in the car while Pete Davidson's in the back, like kind of like.
Right.
So that's why he turned out so sane.
I guess. But it's good. I recommend it. It's fun, and it's Peacock, so it's free. You watch like a commercial at the beginning or something like that, and it goes from there. Right? Like, does it?
No, you get the commercials during it.
Okay, yeah, it does.
They're
all right,
quick though. They're quick, maybe less than a minute usually.
Okay, yeah.
But that's all I got.
And all I, Knicks and Devils are still in the playoffs, so I'm still watching.
Oh yeah, Succession was really good this week. Yellow Jackets was kicked serious.
Yellow Jackets was insane this week.
Love that show, man.
Yellow Jackets was insane. Succession was great.
Yeah.
I do think I'm going to go and finish Yellow Jackets.
You should,
man. It's really good.
I think I'd like that.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely up your alley. Teenage girls.
It's just, they're not Korean.
Lost in the wild.
Sorry, they're not Korean. Some of them are Asian though. But a racially diverse mix of girls. So whatever you like, you'll find
New Jersey
it there.
soccer team. You'll love them.
Well, the show that I just told you about, the guy's like 900 years old, but his bride is 19.
Well, I think in the Goblin world, that's okay.
Sounds appropriate.
Like, I was told at one point, like, as an old man, it's your age divided by 2 plus 7 to get your age.
I've heard that before as well, yeah.
That's like, let's say
that's an acceptable age.
Let's say you're 50, 25 plus 7, like 32 is your minimum age to date a woman. And the girl who told me this at the time, I was like, listen, if I'm going to cheat on my wife, it's not going to be with some old ass 32-year-old. So I don't know what a Goblin equation is. It's 900 divided by something, probably minus something else.
He's 920 years over.
What his other show is.
So this was yesterday.
It's a series?
Yesterday.
No, it's an old movie.
An old movie?
The movie Yesterday?
No.
Oh.
I told Brady, he showed me a clip. And I said, did you ever see this movie? And he was like, no. And I was like, I know I've told you about this movie. And
it's not a movie that comes out in 1983, right?
No.
Okay.
84.
So then I get a text from him. I'm in the bedroom and I get a text and he's like, I'm going to watch that movie. So I go out and it's Office Space.
Oh, okay.
Excellent movie.
I just love
I was just quoting that the other day.
I love that movie.
No, what did he think of it?
Oh, he liked it too, yeah. Because it's got all the old school hip hop in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But I was just quoting that the other day. I forget what his next door neighbor who can hear through the walls.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's
Dietrich Bader.
He's like, gotta come in here, man, and watch this. Or turn to channel 8, man.
He said, Peter, channel 9, breast exam. He said, you know what I know what I would do with the money. He said, what? He said, 2 chicks at the same time, man.
I know why we started talking about it. Was it you and me talking about that? Because we were talking about Stephen Root being in that. Like, that's like one of those first things.
Maybe Connor.
Maybe it was Connor. Yeah. But like, you see Stephen Root's like in everything these days. And
Stephen Root, I heard in an interview today, he was talking, it was from yesterday, but he was talking about, they were like, you're the only guy. How could you do it? He said he went from being in Succession and Barry back to back on HBO. He's in 2 great shows,
and like he was in Book of Boba Fett too. Like it's so weird. Like the
episode,
like the thing he's in, he's just strange, like across the board.
And he's in everything, and he says that's how he wants to. He only wants to be a character actor. Well, he wants to be different every single time.
He's not getting any leading man roles.
And he said Barry. He said Alec Berg and Bill Hader.
John Houseman name.
Bill Hader and Alec Berg just. Their brain is just amazing that they came up with this.
Hold that thought. What did Brady think of Office Space?
I think he liked it.
Yeah. Did he like it? Yeah. I mean that's a great movie.
We were laughing the whole time. He watched it to the end, which is unusual for him.
Well, you gotta go to the end
unless he likes it. Yeah,
because aren't they digging up the site of the fire and they find the stapler like in the fire?
Exactly. Yeah.
Barry this week.
They told me I could keep my stapler.
Have you ever seen the cartoons that those are based on?
Yeah.
Like Mike Judge drew cartoons like in the...
They made him look just like Milton in the cartoon.
Yeah, in the Beavis and Butthead
the blotches
way,
on his face.
So like the cartoons came first. Like that was his before even Beavis and Butthead or King of the Hill. He did those like hand-drawn... I guess most cartoons are hand-drawn, but like before any kind of computer animation, they're awesome. And he sounds just like Stephen Root in those cartoons. Like, I don't want to go down to the roof.
Yeah, Stephen Root nailed him.
They told me I could put the radio on until 9 a.m.
Barry this week, man. I'm not a fan of this show doing what they're doing right now.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, I don't. I talked to Connor about it today because Connor and Logan and Brady, I think, all caught up to Barry. Like they,
Connor just caught up. I was talking to him about it today.
I don't like what they did.
I do. We needed to know the story. I mean, you got 2 episodes left.
I know, and I think they should have told the story then, not 8 years later.
Well, it couldn't tell it right then because it wasn't going to happen then. He was in jail.
But he escaped.
But then it doesn't work.
Spoiler alert.
Don't say spoiler alert because you've had plenty of chances to watch Barry.
No, I'm not going to watch it.
Go watch your other...
For other people.
Everybody watches Barry.
Dana's caught up.
Yeah.
That's our only... And Kevin, I don't know if you watch it.
It's not available in
Kevin
Canada.
If you look, Kevin, if you're even still out there.
Oh, Kevin's out there. I hope
he's still out there.
I see Ontario downloads. We got to get a hold of him.
Yeah, have him back on for one of our upcoming.
Kevin, it's 1983. Pick a movie from '83, Kev.
I got a bunch of New Zealand hits.
Really? Yeah. Maybe he moved. Isn't Canada and New Zealand like?
Why don't we go to New Zealand? We should do a road trip to New Zealand. That would be fun.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
I would really like
I'm
that.
not spending 25 hours on
I was thinking
plane.
of that, or a South Pacific cruise. Let me know when you do the South Pacific cruise. I saw one on Wheel of Fortune the other day.
We'll stop at Bangkok, Singapore.
Jeopardy Masters.
Where's the place you can get the
I've been
little
watching
boys?
Jeopardy Masters. Have you been watching Jeopardy
Bangkok.
Masters?
Is it Bangkok? I watched the first episode of Jeopardy
that,
Masters. Yeah.
Been fun.
I'm
loving this.
I got to be honest, man. Jeopardy Masters, like I like watching Jeopardy because I feel
so
I'm
smooth.
like 50-50 most of the time. Regular
answers,
Jeopardy.
yeah.
Jeopardy Masters, I'm like my mouth's like on my knees. I'm watching like, huh?
I get one or two good
Yeah.
categories
Yeah.
per, and then some of the other ones were like, I don't even know what the answer was. I don't know.
Michelle said that a couple times. She's like, what's the question? Like she reads it off or he reads it off and you're like, what?
Yeah, I was like, I don't.
And of course I was like immediately like,
Then when
who's Beelzebub? And you're like,
they all
what?
got it wrong too, and Ken even said, "Yeah, I didn't even know that one." I was like, "Wow, Ken."
I'd be disappointed if you two didn't get one that the answer was Beelzebub.
Well, I'm just using that as an example.
I'd be mad if you got it wrong and the answer was Spreaker, because that's where you can catch our podcast. Everywhere else you can download, rate, review, subscribe, do all those fun things. Like I said, interact with us. We're out there. We'll talk to you. We won't bite. Maybe Andy will, but I won't. It's been the exciting and new mini podcast. I've been Jason. It's the Jazoo on Instagram, Jazoo74 on Twitter.
Well, man, what happened? I'm Andy, right? Is that me? AE Gonzo 1 on Twitter, AE Gonzo 1970 on Instagram.
And I'm Brian.
Where are you at, man? Where are you at?
Papa Bad Kitty.
Oh, Papa Bag.
There you go. How many people reach out to you on Papa Bad Kitty?
No one.